Hey everybody, I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for tuning in to this week's beer review. This week we're doing another Stone collaboration brew. I know I've been doing a lot of Stone brews lately, but you know what? They've been putting out a lot of interesting beers that I just can't pass up at the local beer store. This time we are doing 24 Karat Golden Ale. It's a carrot cake inspired Belgian style ale brewed with carrots, cinnamon, raisins, and vanilla beans. It's a collaboration brew between Stone, Julie Goldenberg, and Monkey Paw Brewing. Now, the best way to do this one justice, I think, is actually to read the description on the label, because this will give you an idea of where this beer is coming from. So, 2015 marked the 7th year of our American Homebrewers Association sanctioned Stone Homebrew Competition. As in previous years, dozens of Southern California's finest recreational fermentationists brought their A-games. While judging their impressive and wide-ranging handiwork, we noticed something. Many of the homebrew entries we've received over the history of this competition have incorporated culinary elements or been crafted to mimic the flavors of popular dishes and beverages. From Mexican hot chocolate to black forest cake, after-dinner mints to pina coladas, the gold medalists from our annual brewing battle have tackled some interesting and challenging flavor profiles and persevered. But none have ever been as foodie-forward as the quaff concocted by this year's winner, Julie Goldenberg, our first ever female victor. Congratulations. Added carrots, raisins, cinnamon, and more to a Belgian-style golden strong ale to create a beer that is the liquid embodiment of carrot cake. The aforementioned flavor enhancers bring the fruity, carroty, and spice elements of the cake, while vanilla and milk sugar contribute the flavor and creamy texture of fluffy cream cheese frosting. The result? Nothing short of brilliant and well-deserving of the 24-karat golden opportunity to be brewed by Stone and distributed across the country. So, in collaboration, Julie Goldenberg, winner of the Stone Homebrew Competition, Cosmo Sorrentino, head brewer of Monkey Paw Brewing Company, and Mitch Steele, of course, brewmaster at Stone Brewing Company. So, reading off that description may have prejudiced my opinion of the flavors of the beer, but in this particular case, like I said, there's no other way to really do the description justice than to give you the entire story there. Normally I stay away from reading the labels before I review a beer, just because I want you to get my impressions of it versus what the brewer tells you it should taste like, because of course beers are subjective. Not everybody likes everything, and not everybody's going to get the same thing out of tasting a beer. As you've seen when I have friends join me, we have different opinions and we get different impressions of the beer based on our different tastes. So, subjective, 100%. I won't BS you like those wine snobs will. So anyway, here we go with the 24 Karat Golden Ale. It's a Stone brew, so I expect a lot from it. And after that description, I'm sure it's going to be very interesting. While I'm pouring this out, hit me up down below with a like and a share. Make sure that you subscribe as well. You'll get a notification every time I post a new beer review. And once again, I failed to put a pretty decent head on that. So, something I've been working on for years and years and still don't seem to be able to perfect. I think that I'm hesitant to give it a good dump at the end to really bring the bubbles up, because I'm afraid I'm going to spill. But anyway, there you have it. It's a little cloudy. It's got a very golden color, and honestly, I'm again, maybe colored by the description, but I'm getting a bit of an orange color to it. So, well, there's carrots in there, so that might be contributing to that as well. Okay, I'm getting my beta-carotene, right? No need for glasses. A little cloudy, very golden, bit of orange when it concentrates in the thicker areas of the glass. A little bit of bitter, possibly nuttiness in the aroma itself. Not getting much more out of it than that. Definitely getting the cinnamon taste. It kind of hits you up front with some hoppiness and bitterness, but as it rolls off the tongue, you do get those fruity flavors combined with the carroty flavor. I can't think of any other way to describe carrots other than carroty, which they are a fairly bitter vegetable when taken raw, as they are in a lot of carrot cakes, so that that overall carroty bitterness really blends with whatever hop profile is coming through. There's a bit of creamy sweetness that does come through in the finish, so I do see what they're saying about the flavor of the cream cheese frosting. There's a bit of a creamy sweetness. I mean, overall, there's a nice medium mouthfeel, and so it's not like you're drinking a glass of cake. And I can really see where they're getting carrot cake out of this. It takes some time to evolve on the palate, but the more you drink it, again, you get the carrots right up front. In the finish, there's that smooth, creamy sweetness, and there's a bit of raisiny taste there, just in the overall sweet fruitiness of the beer. But up front, it hits you with a lot of bitter. It possibly starts to taste like hops, just a bitter hoppiness, but then it evolves into a carrot flavor. And then, like I said, in the finish, you get the creamy sweetness, which does remind you of a cream cheese frosting. And then in the middle there is a bit of a fruity flavor, which you can take for raisin. It does take a while. It doesn't hit you up front. It's like, ooh, there's the carrot cake flavor. But as it evolves on the palate, you really do get that taste reminiscent of carrot cake, and it's very interesting. Yeah, I can definitely taste it, and you gotta wonder sometimes, is it the expectation after reading the description that leads you up to that? But I'm thinking that when they originally described this beer in competition, they might not have been told it was supposed to taste like carrot cake, and they just kind of came to that conclusion on their own. So maybe there's a little bit of an expectation versus what you actually taste there, but I'm tasting it, and you probably will as well. Either way, this is a beer to definitely check out. I'm hitting this with a 5 out of 5 because it is a well-balanced beer standing on its own, but just having that very unique flavor and actually tasting like carrot cake. I mean, it's beer-soaked carrot cake, but definitely has a carrot cake flavor. Check it out for yourself. Let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments below, whether you agree or disagree. I want to hear what you have to say. If you've got a beer that you want to see reviewed, hit me up in the comments as well. I got a couple on the list. I'm working my way towards them. Just gotta get some time in there and grab the beers and get some folks to help me out with the opinions on them. If you've got a beer that you've brewed yourself, I definitely want to hear about that. If you want to see it reviewed online, hit me up down in the comments or in the email link. We'll see what we can do about getting some of it in my hands, and I will definitely give you more than just my opinion on it. Until next time, folks, keep drinking this stuff. It's definitely worth checking out. And cheers! I honestly did not expect it to be so blatantly tasting like carrot cake. Now, a little while back, we did a bit of a comparison with the Not Your Father's Hard Root Beer review.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for the beer, man. So, highly recommended by you. The Extreme Beer Fest this weekend. We'll be able to get a hold of, I believe it's the American